Celtic claimed their biggest ever win over Rangers at Ibrox in the final Old Firm derby of the season. Scott Sinclair netted an early penalty after Miles Bierman needlessly fouled Patrick Roberts, and Lee Griffiths struck a spectacular second. Callum McGregor rolled home to extend the advantage after the interval. Dedrick Boyata headed in Griffiths' swirling free kick before Kenny Miller replied for Rangers, and Michael Lustig curled in the visitors' fifth. Brendan Rodgers' side remain unbeaten domestically this season, having also beaten Rangers in last weekend's Scottish Cup semi-final to set up a final date, with Aberdeen and the chance to clinch Celtic's first domestic treble since 2001. Rangers, third in the league after a second 5-1 loss to Celtic this season, remain 9 points behind Aberdeen, who face St Johnstone later. Whatever Rangers' plan was, it dissipated in double-quick time. It took Celtic only a single minute to cut through the home defence, McGregor being put in on goal. Had McGregor looked outside him and rolled a pass to Griffiths, then the striker would have had a tap-in. Instead, he took it on himself and was denied by a brilliant last-ditch block by Clint Hill. It was a mighty let-off for Rangers, but it was just a reprieve on what was a thunderously sobering day for them. The opening goal came after Bierman made a bad decision when diving in on Roberts while the winger was making his way out of the penalty box. It was an error that was punished by Sinclair, the winger sending Wes Fotheringham the wrong way from the penalty spot. Celtic did not let up. Their movement had Rangers bewildered, and their work rate ensured that whenever Rangers got the ball, they were relieved of it very quickly. The second came when Emerson Hindman was robbed of possession by Stuart Armstrong, who played it out to Griffiths. The striker's shot from the left side of the penalty area was a venomous hit that flew over Fotheringham's head. Celtic were enjoying a mountain of possession and all the chances, and should have racked up more goals before the break. Griffiths' curling shot came slapping back off the crossbar when the loose ball fell to Sinclair. He knocked it wide when he really ought to have put it away. Sinclair had a second great chance soon after. Again, Griffiths was the creator, spinning in a ball from the left to an unmarked Sinclair at the back post. Sinclair contrived to put it wide. Rangers' defending was appalling, and the halftime introduction of Andy Halliday for Joe Dadu did nothing to change that. Celtic were on a different plane. Roberts went close to adding a third a minute into the new half, but McGregor did precisely that 6 minutes later. Rangers, completely spooked by Celtic's runners, stood off McGregor, and he fired through James Tavernier's legs for number 3. The fourth duly arrived from Griffiths' fierce free kick on the right-hand side. Rangers had enough men in the box, but Boyata was free in the 6-yard area and easily knotted past Fotheringham. Miller placed home following a 1-2 with substitute Joe Garner, but Celtic would get the day's final goal. The history-defining fifth came when right-back Lustig skipped away from Danny Wilson, and swerved a gorgeous finish past Fotheringham. 5 did not flatter Celtic. 6 or 7 would have been a fairer reflection of their dominance, but the result was enough to register their biggest away league win against Rangers since a 4-0 victory in 1897.